I come from clogging people, you know, Pocono Hill Country, so Tobyhanna, Putneyville, McGinney Slope. Some people wonder, you know, what is it am I supposed to be doing? Am I, you know, am I a pie man? Am I a cosmetician? Am I like an executive for like a zoo management company? It tears people up. It drives them crazy. And me, I mean, I've always known what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I'm a clogger. You know, when I was 6 weeks old, my daddy took me up on the slope, put me in a pair of clogs. He said, clog home or die right here. I clogged home. You know, when my grandfather came home from World War I, first thing he did, came home, kissed my grandmama, and he grabbed them clogs off the peg. He went up on the McGinney Slope. He was up there for, you know, I think it was 18 weeks, just clogging.
In the Pocono Valley, in places like Coal Town, Gas City, McGinney Slope, and of course in Putneyville itself, clogging has existed in the cultural landscape, really in fact has defined that landscape for hundreds of years.
A good clogger can clog just about anywhere, you know. I mean, I could clog up a wall. I could clog across like a lake or a tree. I could clog across the back of a trout, you know. I mean, he'd never even know I was there.
I'm Buck Swope. I'm from West Virginia. And I come up there, I lived there when I was a boy. Now West Virginia, that's clogging country too. A lot of people don't know that. People think it's just ain't clogging country, just Pennsylvania, but it is. The rule is, like, wherever there's coal, there's clogging. People call it coal country. I like to call it clogging country because I figure it's the clogging that comes first. In case, I first met Yancy Putney about 12 years ago. Now, that's an interesting story because I was living in West Virginia, like I said, at the time. But I had some problems in West Virginia. I had a few troubles with my wife, my ex-wife, and a couple other problems. They didn't get nothing to stick on me, that type of trouble, but I did. I was hurting real bad inside back in, and I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing with my life. And then it come down out of the sky, and it hit me like a lightning bolt that I was supposed to be clogging.
Whew. Clogging, there's a lot of techniques. A lot of it is bending your knees, that toe to heel, toe to heel. You gotta be flexible to meet the terrain. Whew, Buck, take it up, man. Go, boy. That's clogging.
I packed up my car, I put all my clogs in there and all my tools, and I drove straight on through to Putneyville. And I pulled into Putneyville about the crack of dawn. I come up and I bang on that door like that, boom, 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 boom. And I'm standing there. And then just like that, that door swung open. And I'm looking up at him, and there he is, Yancy Putney.
In terms of modern clogging, Yancy Putney is a central figure. His shadow looms pretty large. And, you know, really he acts as a bridge between clogging's past and its future.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Yancy Putney is one of the last true spirit cloggers on earth. Now, spirit clogging is when you're clogging, but you're letting the clog lead you. It's real hard to do. It's a difficult thing. I mean, not many people can do it. I figure there's only maybe 2 or 3 people on earth that can do it that I've ever seen that could do it. What it is, it's like the art side of clogging. It's the spirit side of it. You know, it's real technical, and it's like I don't know. It's like figure skating. You know, when they judge for 2 sides of it, it's like the art side of it. You know, and it's dangerous. You know, you got to be blindfolded when you do it. because you're feeling your way. You know, you're letting the clog lead you, clog to earth. You know, and it's just real dangerous because you can't see.
We started Yancy Putney Clogging Adventures about 5 years ago. I'd been in some trouble, you know. In fact, you know, Buck and I both.
Passion is a crime that I'm guilty.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Well, you know, we were incarcerated, and we get out, you know, need to make a living, and we weren't going back to stealing lawnmowers, because, you know, that's wrong, you know. We learned that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to buy them like that, like stolen, you know.
Yeah.
They don't.
And they're bulky too, you know, which
Hard
is,
to
you don't
move.
want the lawnmower, you want the money. And so it was, the clogging thing, it was all right in front of us, you know, we're cloggers. So what we thought up, you know, we were watching that sort of extreme sports stuff and people going up on Everest. We're like, we could get people to pay us to go on clogging trips. So
Yeah.
a lot of people want to clog, you know, but they don't know the slopes, they don't know where to go. So it's sort of like
a bass guide, you know, like a person would take you out and put you right on their honey hole, you know.
that's it, you know. It's sort of like, what I like to think about it is, you know, say there's a movie you really want to see, but you don't know where the theater is that it's playing at, like it's a secret theater or something.
Yeah.
We could,
Like maybe in somebody's basement.
like we could take you to that theater, or, you know, the basement.
Yeah. Like it.
In my studies of clogging, Yancy Putney Clogging Adventures is as important to look at as, say, Earl Putney's Yellow Mason.
The Yellow Mason really was the cotton gin of clogging. An exciting clog, a revolutionary clog. And in fact, when Earl Putney invented it in 1865, I don't think he really knew what kind of an impact it would have on the industry. Prior to Earl Putney's invention, if you wanted to do an activity, you had to use a different clog for each activity. For traversing or climbing up ice fields, it required a different clog. The Yellow Mason changed all that. 20 different activities, all could be done with one clog.
This is the clogging cabinet, you know. All the clogs live in here. Okay, I built this myself. It's temperature controlled. We got a couple sensors in here. Let me open it up. Give you a good look at some of the best clogs you've probably ever seen. I guarantee you that. Got a couple sensors in here. Make sure the clogs don't get too dried out. I mean, just sort of get that light in there. You get a good shot, because I don't like to keep the light on these clogs too much. A little while ago, I had a lady call me up. She was from I think a museum in Washington, D.C., and she said, you know, I heard you got a lot of good clogs in there in your collection. I wonder if you want to donate some to the museum. I was just like, you got to be kidding me, you know? I'm gonna donate clogs to a museum? It's like, museums for dead things, you know. It's just not. That's not where you're gonna put a clog. It's not where I'm gonna put any of my clogs anyway. Actually, this one's got a little bit of speck of dirt on it. Ooh.
Buck, when you say clogging,
I wanted those checks to clear. That was why I wrote those checks.
That's the same as clog dancing, is that right?
Oh, hold on one sec. No, hold on one sec. Clog dancing is totally different, man. Okay, clog dancing that's like a Dutch thing.
Look, we're not dancers, all right? Let's just get that straight.
No, I am here, man.
Clogging has anything to do with dancing at all.
I understand.
It's a dance with
No,
death
I'm
upon
not
the
just
slope.
saying that. I do
You hear what I'm saying?
understand.
That's how it is.
No, you know, I'm not trying to
In fact, let me break it to you like
I'm
this,
not
all
trying
right?
to get snippy with you here, but you gotta understand.
Up there on the
things
slope,
my
it's
end
just
of
you
things.
and the grim fiddler. And
it's
that
just-
bastard just a fiddling his hot little red ass off. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fiddling away, and you're trying to step to him. You're listening to that. You step.
Can I say a
But
word?
the thing is,
Can
man,
I-
it's the
can I say a
clogger. He
word
ain't
off the
calling
top?
the tune.
Because
It's the fiddler calling the
what
tune.
I need you to understand.
And so, if he wants to
is
play a real
I fully
fast tune like
intend to
that,
comply with the rules
man,
of my
all
parole.
you can do is try to keep
That
up.
is not
That's
something
the
I'm
way
trying
I
to
like to explain it. I
sneak
mean,
around.
so I
And,
guess if it got any
thing
kind
you
of thing to
gotta
do with
understand
dancing
is-
at all, it's just trying to keep your ass in line and not get killed up there.
Well, for my field work, I built a number of tree stands up along McGinney Slope and down towards Rattlesnake Swamp, and I was sitting there for up to a week waiting for Yancy and Buck to clog through. And just from an academic standpoint, seeing their clogging styles, they're spectacular, almost sculptural.
Well, the thing with Buck style is, I mean, he's got this really kind of crazy clogging style, you know. It's sort of very aggressive, and at the same time, he's got this really technical mind, you know. So he's got this really technical aspect to what he does. And the way I like to think of it is he's sort of like the John Bonham of clogging. He's got that sort of wild aggression, you know, but then he can bring it in and really focus it, and it's real technical, you know. So it's really great to clog with him. And he's also really organized, which is another thing. You know, if you need like a form or something like that, you go to Buck. If you need a tool like a tire iron or like a jack or something like that, Buck's pretty much your man. I mean, you just got to look at him, you know. He's just so excited. I mean, look at that. That's clogging.
You got to work a clog. You got to make that clog do what you want. But the thing is, just like in life, man, sometimes you holler at somebody, you tell them, do this, do that, man, they ain't gonna respond to you. Clog's the same way. People think a clog, man, they think it's like leather and wood and some nails. Man, I hate to think of a clog like that. I can't stand to think of a clog. That'd make me sick. 'Cause a clog is a living thing, man. It's like a little soul. What? Oh, you a naughty little thing. Damn, you naughty little clog. This one here is frisky, boy. This one here wants to party.
We always believe a good clog is a safe clog. Mm-hmm. What we got here, we got a flare taped to the front. In case you get in trouble, we're going to tape that back, of course, before we go up on the clog.
That's easy rip off. So you get
easy.
To it fast.
See, we use duct tape because you come off, but if you don't need to use it, you pull the trigger too quick, slap it back down, and tape it back down. But we got a couple different things. Got your clean bandages there. This I like, the liniment.
Careful with that, man. Just not spread it all over.
I've actually been looking. I've been looking for these. So we're just gonna put those. They shouldn't really be in there.
This is in case you get, get too hypothermid up there on the slope. If you do, you pull one of these out and have a couple pulls on it. Now I found it's
soothing. It's soothing. There's nothing wrong with having if you're stressing out or you got a client that's freaking.
Well, it saved me more than once, I'll tell you that. And it's also about portability. I mean,
that's true.
Small things are good things on a clog because
for food,
clogging food, it has to be portable.
You're not carrying a grill up there. You're not carrying a deer
like these.
So you got to have the portable food like Vienna sausages,
raisins,
perhaps the tiniest of fruits.
Exactly. Man,
that's pretty much the world of the clog right here in a little capsule.
It helps too to have.
You shouldn't stare at that.
To have a weapon.
I wouldn't stare at that.
It helps to have some kind of a firearm, a gun.
Yeah, and the key about that is if you're gonna have that gun, you're gonna want stopping power because if you shoot someone, you want them to go down. You don't want them to get back up. Wouldn't you say so?
Because of Yancy Putney clogging adventures, for the first time, literally dozens of people from outside the Poconos are coming in and clogging and learning the steps, drinking in the culture, and then they take that experience home with them. And so now there's people clogging in other states outside of the Poconos. It's revolutionizing the clogging world.
This is it, baby. Here we go. This is my house. Hey, Bearsy, how you doing, bud? One of the really fun things about Yancy Putney Clogging Adventures is just really getting to know the new clients coming up.
It's a pretty sweater.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You know, a clog isn't all about beer and sunshine. You want to be a clogger, you got to train.
There is one way to put a clog on your feet. Understand? One way, and that's my way, all right? That's a Buck Swope way. Now, a lot of people, man, they see a clog laying there on the floor. They want to walk up. They just want to slide their foot into it. Now, that's a cute way to put a clog on, ain't it? That's a real easy, cute way.
if you won't get yourself killed.
Come on, pop it. Oh.
There you go, don't rush, you got plenty of time there.
Yeah.
That is right. Pop on the rope
Step it.
Okay, we do not try it on the rope step, Ken. That was good effort.
Come on. Bring Jeremy. Come on, bring it this way.
Very good, lad. Keep up the intensity. Keep up the intensity.
5.
That's it.
Come on up.
That's a good step. Ken, use your hands. That's good. That's a good step. Here you go, bud. I'm reaching out for you. That's it.
Ken. Remember that crab step, Ken.
Don't let the fear beat you.
Come on, Ken.
Don't let the fear beat you.
Come on,
Get on
Ken.
up there, son.
Spring, Ken. Come on, son. Get up here to this rope.
There you go. That is a clog slope. Yeah. Clogging with clients is fun, and you know, we like the money, but sometimes you get in some tough situations.
This is first real technical bit I see.
Yeah, this is no question. This is going to be a challenge, especially with the conditions we've got.
This is what I was talking about before, you know. I mean, see, if you had a strap going across the back of the clog, that way they wouldn't fall off and it'd be easier to do something like this.
Yeah, you put a strap on a clog. That's, what is that? That's like a woman's shoe.
Like a pump.
It's like a pump. When you say a clog to earth, only God alone knows the end of things. And I'll tell you, a lot can go wrong on a clog.
Oh!
Funky!
Buck! Oh man! I think the slope is taking my good friend Buck! Buck!
What the hell are you talking about? He's right there. He's coming right for us. Jesus Christ.
Buck!
Yeah, man, what's up?
Oh man, why don't you? I was calling you. I was trying to raise you on the radio, man. You scared me to death.
Man, I turned it off. He was buzzing. What's up?
Well, what's the situation up there, man? What are we looking at?
It's real bad slippy up there, man. It's bad as I've ever seen it.
Well, I figured it was bad with all the snow we got, but I mean...
I couldn't even get no lines down. Well, are we gonna summit or what?
Oh, I'm having a conversation here. Buck, you were up there. What do you think?
I don't see it happening, man.
All right, mark that down in the log, because we're calling the clog.
Look, me and Leslie paid good money for you to get us up to the summit. You haven't done that.
Okay. I want you all to take note of what's happening to Ken here. Ken is hypoxiated, okay? Ken is suffering from hypoxia.
I'll say. Don't be such a child, man.
So, where do you see Yancy Putney clogging adventures in a year from now?
I don't know, man. Making money, you know? Same thing we're doing now. We got a couple clients coming up in a couple months. We're gonna get people clogging.
Are you concerned that by bringing strangers onto the slopes, by commercializing clogging, you'll lose a little of the magic that makes clogging so special?
Man, hell, Yancy. Look, man, there's plenty of magic up on that slope, all right? If you had to ask that, you don't even get it, you know? It's like, there's magic go around. There's magic up there of the likes that you can't even get your head around. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Man, I guess we'll know when the magic runs out. You know how we'll know? We'll know when assholes like you quit coming around here making movies about us. Shit.
Oh, when I die, bury me high in the Pocono mountains. Been a clogger all my days, never did know any better ways. And the clogs upon my feet are made of the finest leather. And the clogs upon my feet are made of the finest leather.
That's a pretty one.
It's sad pretty.
That's right. That's right.
You know, life is full of troubles, man. It's full of troubles, but I tell you what, you can't dwell on it. What you got to do is you got to set clog to earth, and you got to clog that next slope. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for me.
Well, there's no price to pay, no wage to sin, no time for quitting, no time to feel done in. Pour the whiskey, pour it long and hard, and I'll marry you, honey, we'll live inside of my car. Pink flamingos and a heart-shaped pool, aquamarine now, everything's cool, cool, cool. I said everything's cool. Ooh, we're going to the Pocono.